Good afternoon. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 2. So I just want to share with you that it's clear I can see you have used this writing sample as a template. Awesome. That is just excellent. That's the reason that they're put up there. So I want to just let you know that that's very evident from what I can see in an easy way right from the start of your paper. So when I go through here, I am looking to use this rubric to make certain that you have done all of these things, and one of them is at least 4 articles from credible sources. And when I go to the bottom, you do have more than 4 articles. You have at least, I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. There we go. So you're good. Doing great. Plenty of resources to use for this. Why did this cut down again? There we go. You have it divided into subcategories with an introduction. So you synthesize into themes, and I can see those 3 themes that you have here. More importantly, I can see that you've outlined those 3 themes there in your introduction. So that is right on the right track, and I can, again, great use of that templating. That each of one of your themes references articles from multiple sources or references multiple sources. And if I go here, I can just look quickly and see that in this particular theme, you've referenced and cross-referenced Murrell and Carter and Blaine, Clayton, and Robbins. So I can see throughout that you're integrating how the thoughts and ideas from one relates to another underneath of that theme. That you use signal phrases and parenthetical citations. This is excellent. You've done a great job of making sure that you have varied types of in-text citations utilized throughout. And then that you have a concluding paragraph. Yes, I want to talk about that in just a second. That's the one thing where I would recommend a little bit of a shift. And then that your final paper is in APA format. So the one thing that I would recommend that you do is, or 2 things actually. One is take a look at this formatting. So the formatting on an APA style paper has a title page. The verdict is out on that single space or double space, on the single space or double space argument. So some suggest single space, some suggest double space. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you indent the paragraph with the initial sentence, and everything else is left justified, not centered. So you want to take a look at the way that you've done that. Sometimes you have an indent, you've indented the paragraph, and sometimes you have not. So you want to make sure that you're consistent. Additionally, you want these subheadings to be centered throughout the paper. And that is the one suggestion. Go back over and look at format. The last one is in your conclusion. So let me read to you this sentence. The literature on lawn maintenance and landscape management indicates that most people value proper lawn maintenance as an important feature that impacts their lifestyle, home value, community aesthetics, health, welfare, and the environment in which they live. Now, that encompasses all of the subtopics that you have, but your research does not point to that. It points to the fact that lawn maintenance, in a bottom line numbers, ups property values. It points to the fact that their compliance with HOA laws are in concert with local ordinances on lawn care. And it points to the fact that it creates a healthier environment, and the morale, health, and welfare of the community residents is taken into consideration. But there are no individual surveys of so in order to make this statement, it indicates that people value this. We're not really sure. So what I would recommend you do is to change that verbiage just a little bit and just say literature on lawn maintenance and landscape management in residential communities points to an increase in home value, increase in home aesthetics, and healthy lifestyle, period. So inserting this that most people value suggests that there was some sort of survey integrated, and there wasn't. The research that I saw, I didn't see a survey, which leads me to my next idea for you, is that's perfect, because that's exactly what you need to do. That really points to where you're looking to lead this paper is in a way to find out, do people like this? So that might help frame your primary research, perhaps a survey would work, and using these three subcategories. So, using the home value element of it, using the what is this? Aesthetics, yeah, the health, environment, and recreation and welfare of residents, and then using the how do the bylaws and the ordinances work together. That it might be a suggestion for you to frame your questions within your primary research survey or the areas that you're looking into within that. So I hope that that's helpful. The two things that I'd recommend you do is look at your the template, the way that you've organized the information. So you want to use this in the center. This needs to be indented, and then change that verbiage right here where you're leaning to suggest that or some primary research on residents' feelings and perceptions has been done, and it has not yet. So I hope that that was helpful, and I look forward to your final copy.